Why did we hand over the $3,000? That's what we're going for.
I got on your email list
Okay.
and watched webinars, emails for months
Okay.
before I ever signed up.
So what was the bottom? What was it about those emails?
Personal branding.
Personal branding. What was it about the personal brand?
It's just, it's wild how it works. It's like I had a relationship with you. I never met you.
Right.
And it's like, it just seemed genuine. Just everything about it. Watched it for months. Found it.
And that's so that we've got a couple things going on. That this should be a lot of hope for new people. Okay, you two right here, and I'm going to pick on you both. You said you were broke and didn't have any money, but you paid $3,000 and joined. You did you ever shoot me an email and say, hey, I'm going to join next month?
No.
So he sits dormant on a list for how many months would you say?
Probably 4.
4 months of just total silence on a list, and then joins. So there's a couple lessons. One is you think you're talking to broke people, and you might, but what is money?
Manifestation.
The manifestation of desire.
When I first saw them online, because I was a businessman in that mode that you're talking about, where I had to do numbers all the time on expenses and so forth, and I realized I could get that back even if I vacationed.
Right.
So I didn't even need the business side to keep going.
Right.
My learning curve is I'm one of your 60-year-olds
Right.
who has to forget how to do business the old way.
Yeah.
And
That's a
so
good way to-
I've been going
that's
through
well
that.
said.
So I purchased it knowing I could use it under any circumstances to get my money back, simply because I'm a numbers person. And then the curve is getting and learning the process of forgetting what I did in
Now,
business.
when you handed the money, who did you buy from directly?
Debbie.
Debbie. And what was it about her, or was it not that much about her? It was.
I can tell you
what?
exactly. I saw you first
Yeah.
through Googling and so forth. I was telling some other people this. I then kept searching because I was very skeptical about the whole thing. Because I was, no, I was skeptical of the internet because I was brand new. I could do the emails and the contracts, but I never fished out there on the internet. And so Debbie came up with her multitude of information,
Yeah.
as you well know, videos and family and so forth. She lived fairly close by,
Right.
3 hours. I was still relating to the old business.
Right.
I might need someone close by to
And this is nice to know, though, because that means Global Resorts California could be a good, Global Resorts Leaders in California. That would be a good title for a YouTube video. Because people will Google that. And the people who Google that will be red hot lookers who want to go.
Sure, it was better. I called her. She was very nice, quick to the point. My question was, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at Mark. And I said, will the closeness and so forth help me out? And she said, no.
She said yes.
No, she said absolutely no. She said, go back out there and you decide who you should join. I joined her immediately for her honesty.
Yeah. And Debbie, if anybody's followed Debbie, she's got incredible integrity. Her story is brutal. Nice. Yeah, why do you take? Why do you handle that?
Well, I came from carbon copy. I was with them for a couple of months, struggling, doing everything they were telling me to do. I couldn't get anybody calls. Corporation. They called you. You answered the phone. That was amazing.
That is amazing.
It was. Same thing, connected. You know, you and I had some similar background stuff, and
Heavy drugs.
yeah. And I felt like you could teach me how to make money online, but I also saw that the icing on the cake for me, kind of the tip, maybe the tipping thing. I'm not exactly sure, but I was looking at it like, I'll get this thing for 100 years and it'll take $300 an hour. I love to travel. So
And work that travel button a little bit, but only if the person cares. You know what I mean? Like, for instance,
The main thing was, I hadn't looked around online. I was trying to figure out, like, if there was someone who actually could teach me how to do something like this online. As you know, I joined a network marketing company earlier in the year, just because I wanted real leverage, and I had success with it actually, but they didn't teach me how to do anything. It was like once I went through my warm market, it was like there was no one else to talk to. And I specifically asked you a couple of questions. One of them was, look, are you going to teach me how to do this on the internet? And two, are you actually...
His first, he didn't even join with me. We'll get on people who joined with me in a second. you didn't even join with me to do global.
Right, I told
He
Mark.
just joined because he wanted to learn how to market for another different MLM.
Right.
He had no intention of global, which is funny now that he's pretty good at global.
Yeah, I mean, I like the $1,000 commission is big time. I actually signed someone that switched under me in my other MLM as a back end thing,
Yeah.
but he switched to me in global. That's what I did for the coaching fee. But
Right.
you know, the thing is, I didn't care 2 bits for the travel package. Like, I did not care for it. I thought it was a great package, but I look at it as a free package because I come from a business background as well, and I would have gladly paid $3,000 for the coaching.
Right.
And when I talked to you, you really, you know, did a good job of making me feel like I really was going to get real value and real coaching, and I already think I got more than $3,000.
Right. That's good. Now, let's go to, I forgot your name. You bought from Frank Malone, but I forgot. Louis Camps. Now, Frank didn't have, why did you buy from Frank?
Actually, it was my wife.
Your wife, why did
She
like
bought because she liked the idea that he was doing it for his family,
Okay.
which, as yourself and many other people here do things for their family. That's what caught her attention, that he branded himself as an individual, a family man. He likes adventure,
Yeah.
which is myself and my family as well, and yourselves and many other here. But he was doing this for his family, so that's what sold my wife. I was into real estate investing, and because of that, that's what sold her. And then she said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, let's go with it. Let's try." And plus, the mindset, like you're saying, is that you want to live. You want to be able to teach your kids. Listen, life is an adventure. It's more than just living in this little cocoon that we're in. It's a whole globe out there, and the traveling is another.
See, and this is an important thing. Some of us come online or we market and we think that. I thought that was you, Jen. Jen just bought. Jen, you look like me. Jen, I know. Jen, I've never seen it like active picture. I thought that was you because I knew you were coming. Then you were here, so. Okay, Jen.
So, talk about the gut thing. I work this crazy corporate job where I work 80 hours a week, and I barely flew in this morning. I don't even know what's going on. I made great money, and I saw your video where you were bored and you were like just dancing and singing. And, I don't know what I'm doing today, but I'll just turn the video on. And I was like, man, there's this crazy rat race going on in the world. There's a recession, and I've got this great job, but for some reason, I want to be real. I'm buying my plane ticket, and I'm going to Vegas.
Nice.
It is. People just want to be real.
We want to see you dancing. Let's put that challenge in. We want to see you dancing like you do.
I bought from a person named Stone Evans.
Okay.
Because I was already involved in the program that he had.
Okay.
And he said, I'm bringing this big ticket item in, and we're going to have ads show up, and you'll be in my rotator, you don't have to do anything, you
Yeah.
just buy this, and you'll get traffic.
Here's a sidebar. One of the things that causes people to buy is lies. You don't have to do anything.
But
It does make some sense.
that ended up in reverse funnel system, which I didn't like. And I didn't get any training or help from Stone. And I switched sponsors.
Get it and cancel. And then they have a 13 sneaky email video. And I watched that and I'm like, dang, this is good. Then I watched another training and another training. And it's $97 a month, but if you order it, you can cancel in the first 30 days. But at least the 43 split tests and the 13 sneaky email. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. In that 13 sneaky email thing, the last one is 14. And why did they actually give 14 tips? Because people care more about the number 13 than 14. And they said, you know what? We actually had 14, but we know people statistically watch 13 more than 14, so we said 13, and here's a bonus. This is just how it is. It shouldn't be that way. You'd think more people would want another. Yeah, we're dealing with what is. So, but the last one is send emails, and they said you should almost send an email every day. They said the more you blast your list, and here was their rationale. He said, with your best friends, and this was one of those sentence things I was talking about earlier that totally like jolted me into going like, yeah. He said, do you talk to your best friend like once a week or with your best friend, somebody you're really connected with? What's your relationship with them? It's about every day.